Welcome to another PC Sports Cards PSA submission reveal. This is Josh with PC Sports Cards. Today we have something a little new. We're calling it winners and losers. So this is going to be cards that people graded that they sent to our grading to consignment service so they didn't have to take any extra cash out of their pocket. And we're going to see if these cards were worth grading or not worth grading. If you like these kinds of videos, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell to get alerts. If you haven't seen us before, we usually do videos giving our recommendation and telling you if we think something is good to grade or good to send in. And now we wanted to show you the actual data to show you if these guys were winners or losers on these submissions. If you want to check us out, our website is pcsportscards.com. We do more PSA submissions than anybody else. We are also starting to do BGS submissions again, and we have extra special pricing that nobody else can match the price and turnaround time. Check that all out on our website if you're looking to submit cards to get graded. And if you don't want to take extra cash out of your pocket, we'll help you sell them also. So basically an all-in-one service for you. So without further ado, we'll get started. First card up, Vlad X-Factor. If you've watched any of our videos before, you've seen us say that you shouldn't be buying base and refractors because there are just too many of them made. And you should be getting stuff like X-Fractors or numbered cards or the more rare short prints. As you can tell, this card is $110 raw and almost $400 is a PSA 10. This card was sent in at the $21 level for the July special. It did not get upcharged, and this customer made a lot of money. The big thing you should take away from this is that they made a $21 bet on this card being a 10. So they bet $21 to make $170. That's about 1 in 8 they have to get right to break even. And it's a 66% chance of making that money. This is the type of math you need to be able to do if you're going to speculate grading, especially at these more expensive cards. There's a lot of upside there. There's minimal downside when you look at a $20 loss on a potential profit of nearly $200. And by the way, the numbers we're showing as our profits and losses are as if PC Sports Cards sold them for you and we took out our consignment fee. So all in, you're plus 170 on this Vlad Guerrero X-Fractor. Next card up, 2013 Topps Manny Machado. This card's been around for a while. There's over 3,000 graded. If you compare that to something like Acuna or Soto, it's very, very little. They're just more getting graded now from the more modern cards, which means that these cards are probably undervalued long term, especially if these guys like Machado will be Hall of Famers. There's a lot of upside potential. There's only 2,300 out there as PSA 10s. Another card, you're spending $5 on it to buy it. You're spending $21 to grade it. And all in, you're getting about $38 if you get a PSA 10 on it. So we're looking at a profit of $12 for this $21 gamble. Not the best margin, but really risk reward if you know what you're looking for. So you need to teach yourself how to find those cards that are PSA 10s instead of just getting the 9s. Next card up, RJ Barrett Green Prism Hoops Premium Stock. Again, if you're an all-time listener to our show and you're checking out our YouTubes a lot, you'll see that we say to not buy and submit any Hoops premium stock. The product was basically a money grab by Panini. It's not a good product. When you look at the base stuff, there's tons of them graded. With this RJ Barrett, only under 100 are graded, 50% are 10s. That's not a great number in general. Card is really inexpensive, but the big thing you have to take away here is this customer got a PSA 10. They looked over the card, they got it right, they got a PSA 10, and they lost $6. Do not grade the ancillary products and do not grade the low-end parallels of not the peak players. So Zion, you might make money. Ja, you might make money. Some other guys, you might make money. I like Barrett. I actually think that for $16, for less than grading fees, this is a good card to buy. I think there's upside of the $25, $30 range on it, especially because there's so few graded. You could stick it at a fixed price and maybe somebody's going to buy it. But if you're doing something like grading to consignment, you need to avoid these cards. Let somebody else make this mistake. Next up, Desmond Bain, Prism Rookie PSA 10. Now, this card is a really tough grade. All of Prism's a tough grade. Unfortunately, the PSA Pop Report wasn't working well, but what we did is if you look, you can't see my finger. If you look on the screen, you'll see the PSA 9s, there's 66 of them. PSA 10s, there's only 47. So it's actually a really, really tough grade. Card's only 99 cents. Again, you're losing $10 if you get a PSA 9 and it's a tough grade. And you're making about $12 all in when it's all said and done, maybe $13 on this card. Maybe a little bit more if you get a PSA 10. But $16, wow, because the card was so inexpensive. So why did that do that? I'm not fixing that. So yeah, we had a little error over there, but it's fine. So weird. So when you get cards like this, when you get cards like this Bane Prism that are really tough grades, but there's some profit available in them, you got to be careful with submitting it. Oh, that's why. You got to be careful with submitting it and make sure you know what the card's going to grade. But there is the ability to make money. Not something that we would submit at $22. If a lower level comes up, I'd consider it, but not at $22. The risk's not worth the reward there. Last one. Trevor Lawrence, Mosaic, Orange Reactive, NFL debut. $10 card raw. This was $20 or $25 a couple months ago. PSA 9 sells for $20. A PSA 10 sells for $10, for $80. That auction is actually our auction. We could tell by how the serial number is. So, and there's a good shot at getting a PSA 10. This customer got unlucky, got a 9. This is an example of somebody losing on a card, but I still would think that it's a good card to send in as prices decline on grading. I think it's $24 the cheapest right now. If something less comes out, something in the 18 to 20 range, I think this is a great card to send in. The risk is worth it. You're only going to lose a few bucks if you get a 9. I think we lost $12 on this card, but the upside potential on it is like plus 50 or $60, and the odds of getting the right grade are very high as well. So this was our first shot at winners and losers. Obviously, we had a little technical difficulty on the Bane. If you agree with these cards, disagree with these cards, agree with what we're saying, disagree with what we're saying, whatever you want, shoot us some comments. Let us know. Give us some feedback on this type of stuff. If you like it, we'll do more of it. If you don't like it, then we'll probably still do more of it. Thank you for watching. We're going to try to get some more full reveals out of PSA and BGS subs when they start coming back, and stuff that's going out to both the companies as well. Thank you so much. Have a good one.